Hi, morning everyone. I didn't post a video yesterday, but I posted some footage captured at the event that we had on Saturday with Between Us, which is our marriage ministry platform, Between Us. And we had a family fun day. Now, we have been doing events for the last year and a half for just husband and wives. And so we wanted to incorporate the family, the kids, into the event. So we decided that we're going to have a family fun day. And can I tell you, it was so much fun. And we wanted to get the kids away from the electronics, right? And bring them back out into the environment and let them see how we used to fly kites and play ring games and play dog in the bone and face painting. It was so much fun. And we had about 15 families and lots of kids that came out on Saturday, and we had a big barbecue and we played games, and some of the kids won money. But what was more wholesome and encouraging and important was you had the parents, the mommies and daddies, interacting and participating in games with their children. And not only their children, other people's children as well. And the environment was safe. We were at the Grand Turk Lighthouse area, and we had the whole lighthouse area. And the children were able to run around and play and had fun. Honestly, it reminded me so much about my growing up and growing up back in the 80s. We used to go outside and we just to have fun. But on this occasion, the parents were able to join in with us. So that was great. That was awesome. And it was a blessed occasion. So we give God thanks and praise for that. But in addition to that, this morning, what I want to talk to you about is friend or foe in marriage. And I know that in today's world, people like to casually classify you as, oh, that's my friend, that's my friend. Now, ain't nothing wrong with friends. You have enough, to me, you have like an inner circle and an outer circle. Not because you say somebody is your friend, mean that it's your friend, down like 4 flat tires kind of friend. And as married couples, as married individuals, you have to be very careful who you hang around as friend. You may have a positive attitude about your relationship, about your marriage, but you hang around persons who are single and who have a negative attitude and approach about concerning marriage. Now, it is like being a sponge. When it's a sponge and you place it in a jar and you put water into it, the sponge soaks up all the liquid and becomes heavy. When you hang around negative people, you are either going to change those people, or those people are going to change you. Likewise, married people and single people. Single people have a single mindset. They're not married. They don't have the commitment that you have as a married person. They don't have the same goals that you have as a married person. It is almost like night and day. And you say, what does night have in common with day? And what does day have in common with night? So when you keep relationships and friendships with persons who are negative, who are not married, you don't have a lot of things in common. Because when you do go through hardships, which you will, because the Bible tells us that we're going to have trouble in this life. We're going to have trouble. Everybody has trouble. And you go to your single friend. What do you think? You think your single friend can advise you on marital matters? They're not married. How can you advise me on something that you know nothing about? And that is what you have to come to the understanding and the realization of. It is not that, we cannot be friendly, but you don't want to spend the majority of your time with that individual. And that is so true because, like, some time ago, I had an issue and I was talking to one of my friends about it, and my friend was single. She's never been married. She couldn't identify with what I was talking about. And she wasn't able to give me any relevant, meaningful advice. Mind you, she had good intentions, right? But she was not on my lane. She wasn't in my lane because she couldn't understand what I was talking about. So we have to be careful with who we spend the majority of our time with, who we take advice from in this marriage war. So I would suggest to you, based on my experience after 30 years, as a married person, try and find someone in your circle who is married, who is able to help you out, to give you, relevant advice. And even sometimes, those persons, they are married, but if they are going through rough patches in their relationship, they will transfer that same vibe, that same attitude, that same feeling onto you. So it's best if if you're having issues, I always say, find, your apostle or counselor or a trusted friend who is able to help you out in that situation. Because sometimes when you do have friends, whether they are married or single, based on what they're going through, that is what they're going to transfer on you. So guard your marriage carefully. Protect it like fine china because it is precious, it is delicate, and it's that important. All right? So have a blessed day. Encourage someone. And remember, guys, don't allow any man to spend more time with your wife than you. And ladies, don't allow any woman to spend more time with your husband than yourself. Monopolize that time for yourself. Be blessed.